Hello and welcome back to Pitt Tonight. I'm your host, Victoria Chua. We're here right now at the Studio Theater where the first ever episode of Pitt Tonight was filmed. Today we're going to be going over some...
You can't do this right now.
What's wrong?
We got to go back in time. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
We loved having you.
I feel like we should continue the conversation.
Okay.
And I know your guests, you have time limits. It's a broadcast.
Yeah.
You know. Give me like 45 minutes. I'll show you some of the places that are some of Pitt's best, and then you can edit out the parts that don't matter.
Okay, great. Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Okay. Here we are. In case you haven't been here before, this is the Black Box Theater.
Spent way too much time.
Okay, well tell me about the first episode. Was it set up like this at all, or what did it look like?
Well, it didn't have the LL Bean seating that it now has.
Oh,
with
seriously?
The custom words and stuff. That's pretty. Wow. All right, so I got to orient myself. So the booth is there.
Yeah.
So we had this entire section was seating.
Wow, okay.
My mom and my parents were sitting over here.
Aw.
I had friends from home in the back. It was packed, but it wasn't like, was
it just this side? Or did you use any of the side audience?
It was just this side.
Oh, wow.
We hadn't done it before, and so we needed to, I don't know, it was scary. We
Yeah,
didn't
of
really
course.
know what we were going for,
Yeah.
but we knew the band was set up over here.
Okay.
And then we had the desk and everything there, and we kind of had that shifted over a little, so then the monologue could kind of just start from here.
Yeah.
But the first episode, I actually came out on a hoverboard,
Okay, yeah.
and so if you watch it, Jake Sam runs out afterward. We practiced this 3 times, and it was my little sister's hoverboard.
Oh my god.
And I could have very easily fallen off
Yeah.
this thing, but because you had to ride it backstage first.
Oh gosh, yeah. Then turn the corner.
Yeah, but it worked out. It was really surreal because it was so much build up to this moment.
Yeah.
And I remember.
I mean, how much time was there from idea working on it to first episode?
I would say the real the work itself started 4 months earlier.
Wow.
But in terms of getting it, rolling and stuff, I mean, that was, over the course of a year or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot, and it was December 13th, 12th, or something like that. Oh no, December 14th, 2015.
Oh my god.
And it was nuts. It was nuts. There was an article that was really nice. It was written in the Pitt, magazine, and she described me as letting out a primal scream when I walked out, and that's honestly, it's pretty accurate because you just don't know what to do, and you're just as excited as everyone, and you're trying to be cool and soak it all in, but you're just oh, you can't help it.
Yeah, did you or is it just did you fully black everything out? You're just oh my gosh.
I couldn't. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I remember, I have still images in my mind, but it was one of the best nights of my life. I mean, it was incredible because it worked.
Yeah.
There were people here who I was excited, but I was nervous to see, the show had come to fruition, and for them to walk up to me afterward and walk up to everyone and tell us how well we did. I mean, that was huge. It was huge.
Oh wow, Jesse, this is crazy. I just can't even imagine how many people and just the whole setup.
Victoria, it was unreal. It was just I mean, I don't know how you felt when you did your first episode, but it was probably something along those lines because it felt right. It felt smooth. I mean, my God, you had myself and the Chancellor and Ophelia, and then you had Raghav's here, and you've got the band there, and it's we had all these cameras set up, and we had a system where we knew we didn't have the storage space to be able to keep the whole episode because we were just taping it and then editing it together. Yeah. So in between segments, we dropped footage.
Wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
It was a ridiculous, but it's you have to, and we didn't even have people doing stand up in between or.
Well, this is obviously a really important place to Pitt Tonight. How about you show me another one?
Yeah, there's a lot of places. Even in just this building, there's a lot of places.
Well, let's go see it.
All right, come over here. It's right over here.
Okay.
There may be a class.
Oh, it's Friday.
So this room is where we had like the first like info like show interest meeting.
Really?
So like Mason and I set up. We got here at like an hour early. Wrote like Pitt Tonight on the board, and then we were kind of just waiting to see if people showed up, and we had no idea.
Yeah.
My friend Joaquin walked in. You know, he was there. I mean, he was there to support me more than anything. So he comes in, and then like people started walking in, and it was weird. It was like it was this weird form of affirmation of like, oh wait, people really do want to do this. One of my closest friends in the world, Robert, I met. He was sitting like right there. So many. Abby was here. Lucas was here. I mean, like, yeah, it's really surreal. There were a lot of people here. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is where I actually met some of my close friends for the first time.
Oh my god.
That's really special.
Where are you taking me?
What are you interested in seeing? Give me like a genre of what you would like to see.
I just love to see, maybe best Pitt Tonight memory. Maybe something with Jen or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God.
No.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't know if I have an answer to that one.
Okay. One of you and Phil or something.
Me and
Worse.
Why don't... You know what? I have a good place.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So let's walk this way because you would get off these elevators on the 4th floor and you were either you were either running to class.
Okay.
Or you were preparing to stay here for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
And that usually had to do with either editing or, honestly, I slept here more times than I care to admit.
Really?
The weirdest part is like if you were here at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We would have to go to the bathroom in pairs because like we were just terrified of being in here at that late, and like we would then start to play because there's the doors like the yeah, it freaks you out. Come in here like
and it's like shuts off, like the lights turn off.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was the fact that the lights would cut off so quickly. Oh my. 424.
Okay. Is it the room with all the computers in it? Or no?
Maybe it's 423. It's 423.
Okay.
Do you know the code?
We don't know the code. I know.
Oh, just one. I feel like if we called Jake Savitz, he would know the code. Long story short, in here, we would edit for hours on end.
Try.
Let's call Jake.
What do I owe the pleasure?
You owe the pleasure to myself and Victoria. We are filming a segment for Pitt Tonight. It's an extended interview, and we are standing outside of room 423.
Oh, God.
Do you remember the code?
Oh, my gosh. Is it 4 digits?
Maybe.
Try 1473. 1432. I feel like it's something like that.
One more try.
I really remember there being 1, and then I remember going down.
Okay, well.
There's a room in there, I swear.
I'll take your word for it.
There are computers and everything, but there were many moments where I would wake up and it would be like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would I would have to go to class.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, we actually kept, like, sheets in there in this
Really?
closet. Yeah, I don't know what it looks
Was
like.
this just like the Pitt Tonight room, or?
It kind of became that. I mean, it
Okay.
became a UPTV experience where, like, we would just, there was, you know, because there's computers in there, so we would edit, and we could keep our drives in there,
Yeah.
and we knew the code at the time. We were going to figure out the code, but that's the family of all of this, is
Aw.
the hundreds of hours spent in here, and the hundreds of hours of, like, content that came out of it. And there are people with careers in this stuff because of it. So
Wow.
it's pretty darn cool. We'll get in there someday.
Yeah.
But thank you for letting me give you a tour of the
Well,
Pitt Tonight
thanks for
world.
coming, and thanks for coming on the show. Oh, it's so great to have you,
Are we
Jesse.
allowed to hug? Am I gonna get in trouble
we're not-
with this?
we're-
Like this mask? Like I don't. I mean, I care. Obviously, I want to wear a mask, but like.
We're so fine. We're definitely fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go sleep. I will talk to you
Okay,
soon.
talk to you later. Bye.
Just walk like I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already got in there.
Yep.
Okay.